What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar with C-Zar Gets Crypto, and we are talking about QUANT. This one comes to us at the request of ILY. ILY, we're doing this one for you. ILY requested it on the YouTube comments. If you guys leave a comment for anything that you'd like to see some TA done on, feel free to leave a comment, leave a request. I will see it. I will get around to it for sure within a day or so. It normally doesn't take longer than that. Sometimes even within the same day. But if you'd also like, you can join the Discord and leave your requests on there. I'll leave a link to I'll leave a description in the link below. And if you want to join the Discord, anyone can join, and just leave a request wherever. In the request section would be preferred, but wherever you feel fit to do so. Anyways, enough of that. On TradingView, QNT USD on Coinbase here. This is the most historical data that I could find, so that's why we're using this chart. If you look at CoinGecko, this thing's been in existence since 2018, and it went on quite a run. Quite a run indeed. Yeah, just phenomenal, man. But since 2021, since the end of the bull market, we have been, moving down and then kind of moving sideways like this. I don't necessarily like the way this chart looks, you guys. I do think that it stands to go a little bit lower. If we take a low to a high here, you're kind of in that golden zone, that 618 to 69 area. You're just a little bit above it. You don't have to go down here. From a price perspective, you did just find a low right here at this previous low. Kind of an area you found support before, but from a fib perspective, rejecting your 382 like this, rejecting your 236, I would really think, and you just kind of broke this line, I would think you have lower to go. And there's quite some time before the halving still, you guys. I know we're getting toward the end of October here, time's just flying, but the halving is in April, so it's a little more than 5 months away. Unless it happens sooner than that. There's no like fixed date for it technically, but it just depends on how much processing gets done. But what was I gonna say? Basically, there's enough time. There's enough time where this thing can go down and it can still do well, form a nice bottom, and like perform well in the coming bull cycle. It's worth, on a market cap valuation, it's worth 1.3 billion. It's been around since 2018, so this thing's definitely an OG. Soon to be an OG. I feel like 2017 is OG, but 2018 close enough. And after this cycle, I think 2018 will be incorporated into OG status as well. But Quant has definitely been around. It's done great things. It's held a relative market cap, and I feel like it's maintained relevancy. It might not be the most popular coin that everyone talks about, but everybody knows about it. Even if they don't know what it is, they have heard about it, right? I definitely wish I got in on this thing back in the early days, but that's hindsight, man. Looking at this, I do think it goes lower. The weekly RSI is weak, very, very weak. You have a higher high actually than this high right here, and you have a lower high in your price. So yeah, I do think it goes down. You're not showing a whole lot of volume. I want to get rid of these things. I don't know why they keep coming up, man. I've saved it without them on there, and they just keep coming up. So I don't know. Maybe I'm silly and I'm missing something, but yeah, man, look, you've got like higher high here. This looks like it's overall, like your RSI looks like it's on an upward trajectory. Your price, though, is clearly in a downward trajectory. That's not a good sign. You're moving up with no volume. As you're moving down, you're actually getting volume. So I do think you go lower. Again, probably to that 61869 area. Where is that on a price basis? From low to high here, that is $78 to $69. Yeah. Watch you go right to $69, right? Your 6.9 is at the $69 mark. That's crazy. You could go all the way down as well. Again, you don't have to go directly to these lines. You can bottom. You could totally find a bottom between them. I just don't think that this is it right now, personally. Maybe go down to your 786 around this previous low here, kind of in this junction area. I don't know. Something like that could totally happen. But for now, I definitely am looking at the $69 to $78 zone. We're at $89.77 now, so a little bit lower. Ultimately, is what I'm thinking. From bottom to top there, 1272 is fairly close to there. Yeah, and I really think that 69, maybe you go a little bit below it. $78. I bet you do break through your 1272 here, but yeah, that's really that, man. As far as how well does it do in the coming cycle, that's not an easy answer to give, especially on a chart that doesn't show everything. But most of it is just, if it did, it would just be like right, it just coming up. Maybe prettier than that. But anyways, from the current price, if we were to go to all-time highs, that would be a 377% growth. That's a 4x, almost a 5x, 4.7x, which would give us roughly like a $5 billion market cap, right? No, would it be 6? I'm doing my math wrong. I don't know. About 5. Anyways, you can definitely do new all-time highs. You can definitely, absolutely do new all-time highs with that kind of market cap and this kind of relevancy. You know, you're still holding higher lows as you've been existing. You've seen multiple. Let's see. I guess you came in at the end of the last bear market, so it doesn't really count. But you've seen multiple bull markets now. If you think that we're in the bull market now, like I do, then you've seen multiple bull markets. You've seen a bear market. You kind of saw the ass end of one, but you've definitely experienced one recently and maintained higher lows throughout the whole thing. Been around since 2018. You have a market cap of $1 billion. Something like this could really generate a high market cap level. And, you know, if we're looking at the top to the bottom here, going off the fibs, that would give us anything from the current price, anything from like a 9x to a 20x should be more or less expected. Now, a 20x from the current price would be, what would that? That'd be like 26 billion, right? $26 billion market cap, which is definitely, you know, it's high, but it's definitely achievable for something like this. 26 billion, it could even double that, man. Like, really, something like this could see a $100 billion market cap. I just don't really know if that's going to happen. I don't want to like blow smoke, but, you know, I suppose technically speaking, you could see prices all the way up at your 2272. It is a viable possibility. We've seen cryptos that have been around this long hit market caps that high, you know, and that would be around $100 billion. So that is a high number, but it is achievable. We've seen it happen plenty of times, you know, a handful of times, I should say. But really, as big of a range as it is, man, I would expect that you probably do break $1,000 by the end of this cycle, the end of this bull cycle. That is assuming you get new all-time highs. And if not, you know, maybe you go higher. Maybe you go all the way up even to like $8,000, $9,000, something like that. That's totally in the wheelhouse, though. I would say the more expected zone would definitely be here, right? Somewhere between these numbers. But anything's possible. Anything's possible. Just like a lower high is possible. Now, that wouldn't really be too encouraging. I'm not expecting that personally for Quant, but it could generate a lower high. It is totally possible. So just, you know, kind of be on the prowl for that. Let's see, from top to bottom, what you want to do to avoid a lower high scenario is the next time you come up to the 618 to about 174, you want to break through it. You don't want to, I mean, if you grind it, okay, that's fine, but like you don't want to come up and reject it, come back down to your 382 or your 0.5, bounce from there. If you do something like that, the odds that you will see these extensions goes down, and the odds that you'll see deep retracements is actually going to be the more likely thing. Even if it does reject, it can still go to extensions. It doesn't mean that it's impossible, but something like this or something like this would more suggest that you'd see prices somewhere in this range, or even potentially a double top. So watch for that. That's definitely stuff to watch. Again, that's not my expectation. I would think that this thing does achieve new all-time highs in this cycle, but you know, that's for time to kind of reveal. So until then, if you guys like the video, leave a thumbs up, subscribe to see more. I do think that things look like they want to go down right now, but you know, that's about it. Again, somewhere in that, what was it, like $69 to $78 range, something like that. If you take the bottom to the top here, so yeah, 78, 69, somewhere in there. That's where I'm expecting the low to come in. So yeah, take care, everybody. Have a good day. Bye-bye.